Hello, my brethren. Shout out to the men. Congratulations. It's been brought to my attention, or maybe I just finally had the epiphany or revelation, but apparently, one of the biggest reasons why we have to put up with so much of this toxic feminist bullshit in this country, America, is because we have collectively made this country too safe for the women to realistically live in it, and we've been doing a damn great job of maintaining that level of safety to the point to where they don't even see how safe it really is. They're complaining about bullshit. I kid you not. They think some of the most mundane things are somehow acts of violence. Some of the most non-violent things they consider acts of violence. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check this woman out.
There's been a big discussion about the manosphere and incels and red pill and all of that. And to be completely honest, because I've been mostly a hermit crab outside of going to work for the last 10 years, I have not seen men behaving like that with my own two eyes. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I just don't go really anywhere. So I don't get to see this kind of stuff in real life. I see it online. I see news reports, things like that. But seeing it in real time is, I think, something completely different.
Now, you would think that with a relatively seemingly transparent admission like that, at the very least, she might discuss it over with a man or two, to actually get a man's perspective or maybe a man's explanation or introduction to what this actually is. I mean, you're talking about men, but let's see what she does.
Today, I decided to go to the Asheville Mall to see if there was some last minute shopping I could get done.
So just to be clear, we are about to be taken on a ride of this woman's anecdotal experience at a mall. And somehow she thinks that what she sees at this one particular mall is going to somehow be representative of men across the nation or potentially even across the globe, the manosphere in the Asheville Mall.
And let me tell you, that place is fucking terrifying. The Asheville Mall has been in kind of its death throes for the last couple of years because, like many malls across America, it is dying. And they have kind of filled the space with whatever they can fit and that will pay the rent, basically. And when I got there, I first saw the first of three machines where you can punch them as hard as you possibly can to show how big and strong and tough you are. Three. There's three in this mall.
Oh my, there's three. Three.
Not one, not two, fucking three of them.
Fucking three. Like, oh my God.
And all of them were being used by multiple men.
I don't suppose, out of curiosity, that somehow women were discriminated against and they weren't allowed to use these machines, right? I mean, men aren't the only ones who could use these machines, right? You know what? Maybe that's too advanced a question.
At one point, when I was walking past Aerie, this woman was going into Aerie, and she didn't realize that this was happening. And this man punched this thing so hard and let out this primal grunting scream that it scared her. She didn't know what was happening other than it sounded like violence was happening.
It sounded like violence. I mean, heaven forbid it could have sounded like a man busting a nut, but hey.
And I had to be like, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing behind you. And just so you know, there's another one up there a little ways. And she was just like, there's another one? I said, yeah, there's two. This is before I knew there was a third one.
Yeah, because there's fucking three.
So on top of those that are in the mall, that are out in the walkway, like we have to walk by you being extraordinarily violent for no reason.
Okay. I'll settle down a little bit because I admit I've been having fun. But now she says that the users of this carnival style attraction game are somehow being extraordinarily violent for no reason. But there is a reason. It's a game that measures a particular type of strength. And it's not like these people are just taking wild swings all over the room or all over the hallways. It's localized to the machine. And the purpose of the machine is to measure that strength for a recreational purpose. So it's not some mindless thing. Fellas, congratulations.
There's no reason for that. That's all for you and your dude bros. No woman's interested in that.
Are you sure about that? I mean, if what you say is true, then how do you explain for...
The streets. You belong to the streets.
Like, oh my God, who knew women were so violent?
But there's also an MMA studio there inside the mall. Nothing inherently wrong with it, right?
Well, most sane people would believe that there's nothing wrong with there being a MMA studio in the mall unless there's some weird city or state ordinance saying that training facilities like that have to be at certain parts of town other than the mall.
But we've got this hyper masculine event that is happening outside in the walkway.
Well, damn. Listening to this woman, you would think that she was a live and in color spectator to some WWE event, or she was live at some American football game, or she was sitting in the stands watching Joshua Anthony make Jake Paul glitch. Ma'am, there's no Fight Club right there in the mall. You're not seeing droves of men charging each other admission just to see each other hit this machine.
Of men punching something to show how strong they are. Oh, and now there's this place where you can watch them beating the shit out of each other. And then what's just around the corner? Oh, it's an axe throwing studio.
What, you mean places like these?
Oh my God!
You're next.
Well, we certainly don't need these in the house anymore.
Yeah, I see what you mean there, buddy. Because whereas some other women might be a danger to everybody else in society, yeah, yours might be a danger to you. But I digress, ma'am. You don't realize how many women actually partake of these type of activities? Well, I guess no date night for you.
Right. Okay. So that's a lot of really intense masculine energy. Oh, and I forgot to mention directly across from that is a bull riding, a mechanical bull riding place.
Ma'am, surely you're not talking about one of those places that women often frequent with their friends, other ladies primarily, to hop up on these multiple orgasm inducing machines that buck them back and forth like this one right here.
The streets of Benidorm, where every night holds a promise of excitement. Tonight I'm diving into the heart of city's pulse, the mechanical bull ride. Join me on this adrenaline-fueled journey as I attempt to conquer the bull and create unforgettable memories. Meet Sophia, a graphic designer by day and thrill seeker by night. Tonight Sophia transforms the bull into her canvas, riding the
I mean, let's be very honest and adult about this. Some of you get such consistent levels of satisfaction from the devices that you don't even try to hide it anymore, like over here. Okay, that's enough of that. And TikTok, that's straight on YouTube, so that's within the guidelines.
So yeah, you could say that I was a little uncomfy walking around the mall today.
Ma'am, from the sounds of it, you may very well be uncomfortable most of the time because you're very uptight. And unless you're one of those hairy-armed scissor sisters, maybe it's about time you actually found a man and got laid.
Just a little.
But of course.
I'm sure I'm not the only woman to feel that way.
Oh, sure. There are millions of you lonely, desperate women out there with way too much time on your hands who could just use a good dick in you. Let me stop playing with you. I know what you mean. There's millions of you out there who have been so well insulated by men that you misinterpret anything that men do as being toxically masculine and thereby somehow vicious or violent or somehow troublesome and scary. Pitiful.
And I'm sure femmes and queer folk can also attest that it feels a little uncomfy to walk around a place that has that level of intense, violent male energy.
Oh, now it makes sense. You're either highly sympathetic towards or you're very well a part of that segment of society that doesn't know the difference between a man and a woman, and you don't know if you want to fuck a person or some inanimate object.
I don't get it. But that's what it is. This is like the pinnacle of what your design has been for men, right? Like, you guys have been designing this manosphere, this idea of alpha male, and this is what women want. They want tough men. We don't.
According to all these women who are talking about they want the soft life, who want provider, protector men, that's exactly what they want. Now, maybe women like you, who is highly questionable if you've ever had a man or if you even want a man, yeah, it might be difficult for you. That might not be what you want.
We want somebody who's going to do the laundry. We want somebody who's going to pick up the groceries. We want somebody who's going to pick up the kids. We want an equal partner that wants to sit and watch the same TV show over and over and over again. That's what we want.
Now, ma'am, let's cut the shit. If we're to assume that you're actually talking about a heterosexual man, what you're talking about is more like a house husband. Because there's not going to be enough time in the day for that man to do all those things and go get the kids and all that stuff and be a provider husband at the same time. So that means the wife is going to have to be the financial breadwinner for the family. And as it goes right now, as I just mentioned, most of these women are talking about they want provider, protector husbands because they don't want to get out there and use their money. They don't want to be the financial support system for the family. They want the man to do all of that. Then the only other alternative is either a homosexual man, which y'all are pretty fine with, and in some cases y'all are sleeping with too, or a lesbian.
Don't want some dude punching something as hard as they can, because you doing that clearly tells me that you could do it to me.
Or here's a fun thought. Maybe him doing that to the machine is so that he doesn't want to do that to you.
That you could break my face.
Ma'am, put your misandry aside. A 12-year-old girl could break your face.
That's what that says. That whole environment was terrifying. And the fact that the Asheville Mall and the group that owns it is okay with that level of male-centered violence, not sure about that.
Once again, congratulations, fellas. You all have done such a great job of insulating women like her, making her feel safe damn near in any and every environment that she may ever enter, to the point to where now simplistic bullshit like this agitates her and scares her because she has no clue about all the other dangers that you have shielded her from. Male-centered violence. Look, now we see why she said that she doesn't get out often. We see how. We believe her. And heaven help us. Heaven help us all if this woman ever ventures to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my God. Next thing you know, she'll be saying how male-centered skee ball is. Or the or the little fucking claw machine where you get the little teddy bears and shit.